Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all? Let me just adjust my cam. There we go. Nice to see you all again. Happy Thursday. Now, Thursday being Thursday, all things being equal, this is normally the day when something goes wrong, isn't it? Normally. If we're going to have tech problems, Thursday is normally the day it happens. Don't know why, but I've sort of accepted it at this point. So we're rolling the dice big time today. We are back in a Boeing in the first time in ages, and I've also installed that GFX add-on. So if there's ever a day for it to go wrong, today probably is it. So we should be alright. I'm living in hope. I can see Ryan there in a 777 going into Bristol. Good luck with that, Ryan. That ought to be fun. Wind at Bristol is a 10-knot crosswind at the moment, going across the runway. 27 is what Navigraph is recommending, because it's got a 3-knot headwind component. So my ability to land the 737 in a crosswind may come into question, because of course we haven't done it in ages, and unlike the Airbus, when you do the rudder input, it does not auto-level the plane for you. You've got to sort of offset with the ailerons. So yeah, this could be interesting. This one, I could live to regret this stream, but that's fine. Luckily for me, I don't mind making a fool of myself in front of you all. I used to. When I started the channel, I was like, oh, I've got to get everything right. Can't make a mistake in front of the audience. Now, we're kind of past that, thank goodness for me. Anyway, we've got a couple flying with us. We've got Ryan, and we've got... Who else is flying with us? Who's in that 319? Oh, Jamie's flying. Nice one. Nice one, Jamie. Lovely. Right, so job number one then is try and remember how to start this plane, because it's been a minute. Plane is cold and dark as we sit here at the minute, so let's go up to the top panel and see if I can reacquaint myself, because I'm a very firm believer in if you don't use it, you lose it. And I'm very much feeling like that right now. So, battery on. Then we can take some ground power, because that is here. Beautiful. And we'll do the two navs. Come on, where are you? 1, 2. Bit early for the yaw damper yet, isn't it? But that's okay. We'll do chime. There we go. That's looking okay, I think. Definitely feeling like a fish out of water here this morning. Definitely. Okay. Position is steady. That's all good. God, you get so used to the bus, don't you? So used to the bus. Right, let's see what we've got down here. Let's request our sim brief data. I noticed we've got new nav data this morning as well. So I've updated that via the plane, thankfully, because by the time I got booted into the sim, it was only then that I realised that we have that going on. So that's fine. So Faro back to Bristol. That's looking good. 950 miles. Window heat. Window heat. Okay. And what? Pilot tubes? Where's the pilot tubes? Where's that, Philip? You've lost me now. Pilot tubes. Pilot tubes. Probe heat. That goes after the engine start, I believe, Philip. I think I'm right in saying. Could be wrong. But that's what I thought. Enter IRS position. Go on then. FMC. Pause in it. Next page. Grab one of them. Into the scratch pad it goes. Boff. Nice. Let's do the airport. What's the airport code? LPFR. Lima Papa Foxtrot Romeo. And what gate are we at? 322. Frames feel nice this morning. I must say that. Frames do feel very, very nice. Alright, over to the route page then. Flight plan request. Oh, you've got to do the scratch pad, haven't you? You've got to clear the scratch pad before you click flight plan request. That always strikes me as weird. Anyway, there it is. Sim brief. Boff. Payload. Set. Fuel. Set. Select route. Morning, Sybil. How are we all this morning anyway? We all good? Yeah, Ryan, I'd just been on... Funny you say that. I was just on SimBrief and it said something about the nav data is broken. So I may live to regret updating it. Well, it's Thursday, isn't it? Oh no, it's the yoke. I know. I know. I must admit, I do like having it back. I felt a little bit naked without it. Rax, good morning. Macabell's having server issues. Are you really? Oh. I managed to get it okay. I didn't have any issue. Hopefully it clears up for you. Activate. Execute. Perf init. Perf init request. It's all coming back to me, this. It's all coming back. It's like riding a bike. Come on. There we go. Load. What's the best thing to buy? I've already got an Airbus TCA and throttle. And I've got the PMDG 737-900. Well, probably... We got any rudder pedals? If you got a stick and throttles, I'd say a rudder would be more useful than a yoke. Yokes are lovely. But I think in terms of direct impact on your flying... Rudders were pretty big for me. Pretty big. Right, let's execute the perf init request numbers. And we can do... Let's bring the tablet over here. We can do performance, takeoff data. I'm taking off on 2.8. Import the weather. What's the QNH? 1015. That's in. That's good. Variable at 3 knots. So what does it reckon then? Flaps 5 for takeoff. TO1 rating. Select temp 32. Okay, so TO1. You know what I need to do first? I need to select my runway. We're going on runway 28 on the Iruva to Victor. Let's get that in. I'm going to put in Bristol tentatively on the Tojak 2 Bravo into Bristol, and we're going to take BRI 1 at least in the flight plan. We'll see what happens in terms of actual flying. Is it safe to fire up the PC after Sim Update 5? Yeah. Yeah. A few little weirdnesses, but I think it's okay. On the whole, at least. Now, where was I? Where was I? N1 limit, that's what I was doing. So tier 1 we've selected. Select temp was 32. You can go in there. Then we go to takeoff. We're doing flaps 5. Now that it's already predicted 147 for V1, 148 for rotate, 153 V2. And that is bang on the money on the tablet. Sometimes they're a knot or two different. I'm not entirely sure why. So I'd get those in. Centre of gravity, trim of 5.48. So a big old bit of trim compared to where it was defaulted to, wasn't it? It's about 5.5. You're using your flight stick in the bone to trigger all the nerds. I thought about it, but then I thought actually I wouldn't mind just flying it with a yoke today. Just for a bit of niceness, you know. It's been a while since I've flown with the yoke. I did a little test lap last night at Dublin. Just to see. And it was very good. Right, let's get you back over here. There you are. You're back over here now, that's good. 18 degrees outside, lovely. That's a far cry from what it was this morning. I got drenched taking the kids up to school this morning. Absolutely drenched. Let's get our speed in here, 153. Now, what about our SID? What are we doing out of here? We need to be above 3,000, below 10. Sorry, above 10 at Duex. Above 10. So I can leave that in, really. Everyone taking 2.8? Yeah, Ryan. I could use your input on something during cruise. Windows related. Oh, Lord, Ryan. Okay, fine. Sat at the Mac Loop in Wales. Nice. I've never been there. I'd love to go there sometime. That'd be amazing. I really would like to go there. Right. Charts for Faro. What's the runway heading on 2.8 precisely? 281. Should have gone the other way, shouldn't I? Never mind. 281. Good. Look at us go. How do you do a secondary flight plan in this thing? How do you do it? Route page? Route 2, is that what it is? Aha. Let's try that then, shall we? So we do LPFR to LPFR. If we go to the legs page, that's route 2 legs. Nice. We've got route 2. Sweet. That's looking alright, isn't it? And we'll do the arrival back into 2.8 on the ILS if we need it. That'll do. Nice. Is that selected? How do I select that? Yeah, that's okay. Then we pick up the ILS and we're in. Good. So how do I get back to route number 1? I need to go route 1. Got it. Cool, cool, cool. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Where are we flying after Bristol? Potentially nowhere. Depends on what time we get there, really, because I've got some other jobs I need to do for the channel today if we need to go live again tonight. This is the one thing with the old evening streams. That is one thing that I'm noticing is that if you do a daytime stream followed by an evening stream, there is no time for any other work on the channel, pretty much, which is a bit of a problem. Squawk 2000, quite right, Ryan. I wish PMDG would just default it to 2000. That would seem like a sensible thing to do, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 2, decimal 8. Faro traffic, good morning, Air 13 Quebec, radio check.
5x5, Tommy.
Thank you. Let's see what GFX is like. Yeah.
Golf Sierra Mike Oscar Lima, radio check, please.
5-5.
There you go.
Good, right, it's 9:45. Is GSX going to work this morning? I suppose we could do boarding, couldn't we? The loaded flight plan does not match one on Navigraph. Should we request some boarding, see what happens? God. Use airport jetways. There it goes up. I know we've technically loaded the plane because we did it through the EFB, but still feels nice to do the dance, doesn't it? Oh, there's another air knot over there. Who's that one then? What's happening today, Philip? Restocking the bar for a wedding reception. What? Are you having a reception at your place or are you doing it somewhere else? Oh, you're talking about the sim, aren't you? You must be talking about the sim. Excited for my goodies arriving. Very much. It's the day of deliveries today, Philip. Obviously, we've got your 3D printed tail, and we've got, hopefully, and again, this is why I'm a little bit unsure what to do. What's that doing? It just moves so fast. Insane realism. Yeah, I've got a projector ceiling mount arriving today. And the thought is, Grumpy sent me the link on Amazon, 12 quid. And the thought is, I can fire it up into the ceiling up here, and my overhead panel can just hang down exactly where it needs to be. In theory, it ought to work perfectly. It ought to work perfectly. In theory. So my rafters in here sort of run that way. So they sort of run from this wall over here to the wall like over there. So I'm going to get a strip, I think, of like ply. Then fire into where I know the rafters are. And luckily my dot and dabbing technique when I plasterboarded the ceiling was so crap that I can still see some of the screw holes. So I do know where the rafters are roughly. So if I fire the plywood into the rafters, then I can put the ceiling mount into the ply. But obviously the roof kind of slopes down, so it's higher this side, then it gets lower as it goes across. So if I was to put a mount up, it's going to be naturally diagonal if it follows the contour of the roof. But being a projector mount, it's got a twist function built in to the bottom bit, because of course you need to align a projector, don't you, sometimes quite carefully. So I'm hoping I can offset the roof, the way the roof's sloping, with the projector mount. This is all very speculative. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. Rich, good morning. Dad Gaming's on a 3-stream streak. Nice one. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Roy's in as well. How you doing, Roy? All the best people are here today. Oh, and Grumpy, look. Did you land, Grumpy? Did it all go well for you? Oh, Grumpy's at the end. That's Grumpy in the little bus. You're making good time then, Grumpy. How is the secondary monitor for the PFD going? Still worth it? I love it. I really do enjoy it a lot. Really, really pleased with it. Yeah, I mean, for the space that it takes and for what it delivers and the price as well. I mean, like, it's... Yeah, I probably don't need to tell you guys, do I, that simming can cost quite a bit of money. It's one of those things where it's never done. There's always something else to buy. And once you've bought a lot of stuff, you sort of get a pretty good sense, I think, of things that really make a tangible difference to your experience. And I think that little screen really did. Like, for what it cost and for what it's given back, the value to, you know, the quality to price ratio, the difference it made to price ratio per pound spent, very high indeed. Very high. You took some shortcuts. Nice. I see you're in a proper plane now, Grumpy. You're out of that 350, thank goodness. Not as proper as the plane I'm in, though, obviously. Look, you got all your stuff for free. I wish, Flashy. No, I mean, I bought the throttles, the wing control throttles. I bought the little screen. I bought my FS project stick. I bought my yoke. It's, yeah. And even when you get given stuff for free, it isn't free. You still got to pay the tax on it. It appears on my tax return the value of it at the end of the year. And I get dinged 20% of its value. So you've got to be a bit careful. You can't just go accepting this, that and the other thinking like it's Christmas morning. It's not like that. I think that's a very common misconception. Do you guys ever watch a car YouTuber called Shmee150? I saw a clip of him. He must have gone on a podcast. And he was saying that exact same thing. And I was like, thank you. Someone else is saying it. Thank you. Like, finally, someone else gets it. And he's like, I will only take something if I would essentially be willing to buy it for 20% of its price. Or whatever his tax bracket is. Let's be honest, he's probably on like higher rate tax, but whatever. Philip, 5 memberships sent from Philip. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Philip. Who's got it? Dan? Gary, Plane Spotter's got one, Jandrox, and the Godfather. Careful, Philip. You'll get an offer you can't refuse. Thank you, Philip. What a hero. be sure to say thank you to Philip if you've got a membership. And if you've got your YouTube account linked to your Discord account, you should now see that you're entitled to join the Discord. Luke, thank you for following on Twitch. We're dinging this morning. We're dinging, dinging, dinging. There goes Ryan. Yeah, that Shmee guy, when he was talking about it, he was saying, like, obviously he's a car YouTuber. He's like, if someone sends me a set of tyres for £1,000, it's like, yep, there goes, well, at least 200 at 20% tax. So it's like, if I don't actually need or really want those tyres, I'm just costing myself money almost. You could say, well, YouTube ad revenue will pay for the 200 eventually. It's like, yeah, maybe not. Like, even at his scale. Especially if he's like, hi guys, here's a video about these new tyres. Probably not going to watch it, are they? You could say, well, why don't you include it in a video that is more broad appeal and just casually mention the tyres? It's like, well, yeah, but then I could have just not mentioned the tyres and made more money off the video because I doubt tyres would move the needle on the video. It's a really interesting thing to think about. And he was with a couple of other heavyweight YouTubers and they're like, oh, we didn't know about that. So people just don't know. People don't know. My accountant said exactly the same thing. As soon as I had that initial call with him, he's like, how much free stuff are you taking? I was like, well, not a lot, like only X, Y, and Z, because of course you've got to be careful of the tax. He's like, oh my God, you know. How do you know? I was like, because it's not my first trip around the block with this stuff. But yeah, I can understand that people would not know. It's like the amount of people that just take all this stuff and then I tell them, great, now you owe $3,000 in tax because you've taken like over 10 grand's worth of stuff. And they're like, what? It's like, yeah. But I wouldn't have taken it yet. Well, I didn't know. Yeah, you still need to pay it. And then brands get really upset when you tell them that. Be like, would you take it anyway? It's like, what? Would I cost myself money to show off your product? Essentially, is what you're asking. That I've got no need for. I'll have a look after the stream, Dan. Right, are we done yet? Is GSX finished? How do you tell? Normally I'd just check on the EFB in the Phoenix. No, they're not. We're not done. We've still got another 40 passengers. People are obviously reluctant to get on the Boeing. That's what it is. They're all probably going, they say, oh, Grumpy's got a 319 up there. Let's go over Grumpy. Can't blame him. Can he blame him? Now, the next question, of course, the next point of order is GSX going to work for us? When are we going to get the, what's it called? Is it the HDI update? The high definition? Rich says we're in the tractor today. Rich, how could you? Joseph says the screen for the PFD is nice. My lack of spare GPU ports means I'm slowly adding tablets and phones. Yeah, fair enough. So I've got mine coming out of my motherboard HDMI port for this little monitor. Well, Pope, there's nothing saying that we can't switch to it. That was a ding I just heard.
An extra 2-3 minutes. In the meantime, we're just going to pull forward and hold short of Charlie 2.
Oh, Grumpy, is that a tech issue on that Boeing I detect? Right then. I think we're pretty much good to go, aren't we? We need to go up top again. Need to fire up that APU. Where's the APU switch on this thing? Here it is. Why do my engines keep going to ground? I feel like I'm pressing something that is... Definitely got a bind somewhere. Defo. Did I build the casing myself? 3D printing it looks like. You mean the bit that it's resting on, Roy? If so, yes. And there will be a video. Well, I'm halfway through the edit. That's kind of my plan for this afternoon. If I get an hour or an hour and a bit after the stream. I had a rare opportunity to visit the cockpit of a 4-month-old EasyJet A321. That wasn't a tractor. Nice. Four months old. Wow, that must be like sparkling in there still. I wonder how long it takes for them to sort of feel like old, you know, jalopies. Right, APU. Let's take power from the APU. Ooh, wrong way. Power from the APU. My parking brakes, I do believe, are on. Frames are feeling great this morning. They really are. Let's release the ground power and remove chocks. There we go. Honestly, Roy, 3D printing and flight simming, they're like, they were meant to be. You know? They really were meant to be. What about my transponder? What am I doing with that? So currently I am on... What am I on at the minute?
Faro traffic, turn on 385.
Exponder.
Taxiing now, 1 Papa for runway 28, via Charlie 2 and Papa. Faro traffic.
Oh yeah, of course, we need to do the cruise. What is my cruise? 3.5. 3.5, is that right? What you're cruising at? It says 3.4 in there. That doesn't seem right. Well, let's have a look. 3.4, 3.4, 3.4. Yeah. 3.4. And then Bristol is... What's the landing elevation at Bristol? 600 feet. Too much. 6. Hundo. Cruise. Had the new combined RMP TCAS. Ooh. Right, what I like to do now is just have a little quick... Let's reset my camera. Fighting with it. Yeah, okay, so let's go... Let's clear that discontinuity. We'll go Eluva to Elvar. I thought to do us nicely. Okay, jolly good. Evening, Paul. Feels weird saying evening when it's morning for me, but I know what you mean. Okie dokie. Passengers. We'll get our anti-collision light on. Get fuel pumps on. Your dampener on. And do the hydraulic pumps. And I'm going to dare to ask GSX to prepare to push us back. I mean, Roy, I've just got the Creality Ender V3 SE, which in the scheme of things is not an expensive printer. In fact, I've spent more on a LaserJet in the past. But beyond that, I wouldn't know what to recommend, really. Like, when I was looking at it, Grumpy, you recommended stuff to me, didn't you? You said, basically, if you're not going to spend a lot more, just get the Ender. Unless you're going to go, like, bamboo.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin
Mind you, I see there's some controversy with Bamboo at the minute. Gamers Nexus is having a fight with them. What are we flying? We're in the 737. Not sure what that noise was.
Faro traffic, or no, 385 Papa, via Papa, lining up now, runway 28, Faro traffic.
Okay, it looks like that plane that was in the gate behind us has just pushed, so we'll wait for them to clear off. Morning, Noms. How you doing, mate? Okay, I'll just get rid of this for a minute. LaserJet over £1,000. Wow. Yeah, so mine was 200 and something for a colour. A Brother colour laser. But then it broke.
Traffic, 35 Papa, taking off now, runway 28, via the...
Oh, how's the new job going, Noms?
To Victor departure, Faro traffic.
Did I miss a Unicom call from that Air Portugal or not? Yeah, I ended up replacing it just with a black and white HP laser. I think it was like 90 quid. And then when I got to the checkout, I thought I'll get it from Argos. Because they had one. And they could like same day it. And I got to the checkout and it was like, oh, you got like 90 quid in Nectar points. I was like, sweet, free printer. So it didn't cost me a bean. Wow. I suppose when you factor in overpaying for stuff to get your Nectar points in the first place, maybe it did. But nevertheless, it felt good. Yeah, Joanna, I was reading into it. Basically, everyone's saying just get a Prusa. How to get the vertical YouTube? You have to make 2 canvases in OBS and then 2 stream keys and send them both. YouTube is going to, hopefully... well, it already has. It started merging the 2 streams. So the annoying thing is that I've got 2 chats. I've got one for YouTube horizontal, one for vertical. So I've got to monitor 2 chats.
Now airborne passing 1,900 feet, climbing via the Ever to Vector departure. Initial climb level 100 for traffic.
Emergency lights. What did I forget? We don't need emergency lights, Noms. What are you on about? What are you talking about? You know me, Noms. We don't do emergencies. Crazy that the Citation is faster than that plane. Yeah, I suppose it's only little though, isn't it? Have I got fuel? I have got 10.5 tons on board. Oh wait, I know what it is. Hold the line, callers. I know what's doing it. So my engines keep going into ground, and it's these little buttons that I've got. Hold the line. Smad, where are you? Let's get rid of you. Shall we? We'll delete that. And we'll delete that. And we'll press save. Now if I go back in, yeah, we're good. Right, Air Portugal, I believe, is on the roll. Again, not hearing any intercom. Are they even tuned? No, 121560.
Faro traffic here on 35 Papa Heavy, climbing now at level 3990, final call, Faro traffic.
And Faro traffic, Air 013 Quebec, stand 322, pushing back, facing east, Faro. Nose right, tail left.
Parking brakes, please.
Right, is my parking thing going to work? Yes.
Commencing push. All engine is clear. Start at wheel.
Morning, Mr. Mint. I do apologise. You can imagine Grumpy's not happy about it either. Okay, let's do engine 1 into ground. We also need to... Packs are off. APU bleed on. There we go. We've got us some N2. Wait for it to get to 20. Add the fuel. This is the Boris sound pack, in case anyone's wondering.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
It's 5. Could do with some centre fuel pumps, actually, couldn't we? I do believe. There we go. Right, engine number 2 into ground. Shall we start New Sky? A little bit on the late side today.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Ooh. You hear that as well? Current plan of action is to get to cruise and then make a coffee, just so we're all absolutely clear on that, because I haven't had one this morning. Alright, we're looking good. Power from the engines. Let's go up top and have a quick look. So now we'll do the probe heat. We'll get our packs into auto. Isolation valve auto. APU off. What am I missing? I don't think I'm missing anything at this point, am I? Apart from the taxi light, of course. Am I good? Let's do our flight directors. Let's arm LNAV, VNAV, and of course the auto throttle. Flaps 5 is set. We'll do engine... I normally do switches to continuous just before takeoff, but I've got a little thing in that. Beautiful.
Traffic at 056 Tango. We should start stand 314 facing east on apron SW, Sierra Whiskey.
Faro traffic, N013 Quebec, taxiing to holding point Papa for runway 28 via Charlie 2 and Papa, Faro. So far, so good. That's alright, Ryan. We wanted to give you a head start, you see, just so you can get yourself into Bristol in that ridiculous plane you've chosen to fly today. Okay, we have no detents on the throttles today. RTO is selected. This plane does not feel anywhere near as good as the Phoenix on the ground. Like the slightest little rudder movements, you get such a big amount of input. Teeny tiny rudder inputs today. It's weird, some planes feel brilliant, like the Innies feel good on the ground, the Phoenix feels good on the ground. Oop. You hearing those weird little audio glitches? Okay, right is clear. It's clear.
Faro ground, Golf Sierra, Mike Oscar Lima, pushback and start onto apron S. A319.
Right, so I guess we'll see, won't we, how this graphics mod makes things look. The GFX thing, Noms, it gives like the little whooshy cloud thing as you... Not that we're going to see it because we'll be in the cockpit for the most part, but when we get airborne we can have a look, can't we? And the contrails, of course. Take off in a minute, yeah. Is this PMDG 737 good? Yeah, it is. Would you say beyond ATC is worth getting if you don't intend on going to VATSIM? Yeah, or you could look at say intentions, but obviously you have to pay every month for that.
Faro traffic, VAT 1650, airport.
Ah, there he is. Cheers, Noms.
1272 in front of me on the apron, just push back. You don't have a flight plan published, and what is your call sign? Yeah, mine's Golf Sierra, Mike Oscar Lima. You're displaying on VATSIM as air not 1272, and you don't have a flight plan published. Just in case you bump into it. Weird, refiled it on VATSIM. I'll disconnect and restart.
Here we are then. I'm definitely going to forget something, aren't I?
Faro traffic and not taxiing to holding point runway 28 via Bravo and Papa.
You hear that sound again? This doesn't bode well for us. Normally that means you've got a graphics card crash coming up. Let me just check my GPU isn't... Yes, it has. Brilliant. Let's limit that. Hello. What's happened there? Right, let's have a little look. Anyone coming that I need to be aware of? No, I think we're good. Faro traffic, Air 013 Quebec, via holding point Papa, lining up runway 28, taking off on the Aruba to Victor departure, Faro. Lights. Runway turn off. Continuous. I think we're good. I think we're good. It may be we forget something. First day back on the job and all. Thank you, Philip. Why am I grabbing the side stick? I'm using the yoke. Stupid boy. Faro traffic, Air 013 Quebec, taking off runway 28, Aruba to Victor departure, Faro. Okay, bit of forward yoke pressure. Okay, thrust set.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
You're up. Right, let's see if I can remember how to hand fly.
Traffic at Alpine 6 Tango, lining up runway 3.
Okay, let's go back to flaps 1. Faro traffic, Air 013 Quebec, airborne out of 28, passing 2,500. Right, so far so good. Got the plane trimmed quite nicely, it feels. We've got a right turn coming up. A little bit of back pressure on the turn. Flaps up. Not seeing hide nor hair of these graphics effects so far, are we? Maybe it's not the right weather conditions for it. Just see Faro disappearing there in the window.
Faro traffic and up 56 Tango, take off runway 28 on a Hebrew 2 Victor to front. Have a good flight.
There we are, 7,000 feet.
Thank you, whoever that was, and you too.
Did we throw TCAS on? Probably not. No, that's probably what we forgot, wasn't it?
Faro ground traffic TCA 23 Alpha November and 322 pushing back.
Your sim's bugging out and can't start. Someone else said that. They were based in Australia, so I don't know whether that's a regional thing or what. Love your videos, recently got into them. Keep up the good work. Thank you, mate. Alright, we are at 10,000 feet. Right, 340. Faro traffic, N at 13 Quebec, inbound Gumex, at flight level 100, climbing now 340, final call, Faro traffic. $10,000 then, let's get lights off, engines out of continuous. And we are good to go.
Traffic and on flight 6 Tango airborne, passing 2,000.
Ryan, you must be pretty much up on the border now, surely. You're taking a different flight plan route to me, Ryan. It looks like you're going in a straight line, whereas I am... I'm going to go to the right slightly. Jolly good. I just realised I messed up. Oh. Oh yeah, I can see you turning now. Where are you going? Direct Bardi? Good morning, Stu. Where are we flying to? We're flying to Bristol. From Faro. So last night I said in the Discord, I saw that, like, at the time it said 14 hours ago there was a commit to the FSLTL develop branch, which every time I see that I'm like, oh, are we gonna get something? Why am I not getting cinematic mode? There we go. It's better. Does anyone know the timelines of when we're going to get that high definition update for the 800? Because they've done the 6, they've done the 7, and they've done the 9, I believe. So they must be working on the 9. The 8, sorry. So we'll see what the livery looks like once we get there. Hey Zob, how do you call the display box under your FCU? Is it possible to buy somewhere? Yeah, it's on Amazon. I've got a video all about it. Go onto the channel, it's probably like 10 videos ago. I've got links to it. Well, not this exact one, because this one is no longer available, I think. So I had to link to the touchscreen equivalent, which is weirdly not much more expensive. Come back. Come back. There we go. Flight level 180. What time precisely does it think we're going to get there? When are we going to be there? I'm bored. Progress. Into Bristol at 20 to 1. Okay. So a little over 2 hours. That could work quite nicely, actually. Because then I could get some video editing done after the flight. Will there be another leg? No. But what about the other? No. Okay, I'm going to favour speed now instead of climb performance. People love the old next legs, don't they? I'm fairly certain most people who ask that ask it because they want to fly. Not because they necessarily want to watch the stream. Oh, don't start that, Ryan. We haven't had much of that today because we're not on TikTok. We're not streaming on TikTok today. Because I refuse to be censored. Least of all, by bloody TikTok. We ain't doing it. Oh, you should, Rich. Yeah, I think the whole "is there going to be another leg" thing comes from somebody tunes into the stream while I'm in cruise and they're like, damn it, I've missed the boat. Is there going to be another leg? Therefore, I'll wait at the airport and fly on the next one. You guys would keep me here all day if I let you. Traffic. So where are these contrails then? That I've heard so much about. Can I see Grumpy? Can I see his contrail? No. There should be a plane out over that direction. You're going to get contrails in this weather condition though, maybe not. You only see them in an Airbus. Get out. Presumably I've got it turned on. Yeah. Master on off. And it's on. So what if I turn the effect intensity up? Wow. I guess we will... wait and see. No, just the GFX thing. Maybe when we get over London it'll be a bit more contraily, who knows. Who knows? But right now, I've got to be honest, can't see a lot of difference. TBH. Oh, Rich, once you get into VATSIM, you won't look back. Definitely. It adds so much more to the experience. Right, we're at flight level 240. That means we're 10,000 feet until I can get a coffee. Yeah, I think it's not. I think it's not the fact that the mod isn't generating contrails. I think it's just the conditions aren't right for contrails, Grumpy. I think you're right. We'll see. We'll see. Now, how are we looking inside? I can turn off my rejected takeoff thingies. Do I need to do it? Honestly, I feel like a fish out of water. I need to resync my heading bug to 005. VNAV's handling our speed for us. Auto throttles on. LNAV's on. 340's in. We're climbing at about 1,000 feet a minute. I mean, it's supposed to do like condensation over the wing as you kind of like fly through clouds. And if you're flying through a cloud, your wing sort of fades into the cloud as well. So, yeah, I think probably conditions today aren't necessarily lending themselves to showing off what we've just bought. So we'll have to be patient and wait and see. Phoenix, good morning. You're up early? Or is it still... Is it a case of you haven't been to bed yet? What's California? 8 hours behind the UK now? Feel like I'm taking a bit of a risk with this Bristol tour. Doing it in this plane, because Bristol's a tricky one to land at the best of times. 2:30 AM. Yikes. Oh, God, I fell asleep on the sofa last night. I woke up in such a state. Oh, don't recommend doing that. Do not recommend. I can see a contrail. Look. Look, 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 look. Over here. It's a contrail. Yay! It works. Doing transatlantic in the DC-6. Wow. More power to you. Flipping heck. I've just paid 20 quid for this, Philip. That's how I reserve the right to be excited by it. So far that one contrail's cost us 20 quid. If we see another one, that's £10 a contrail. If we can get to 10, we're down to £2 a contrail for the stream. That's £20 well spent, isn't it? Could have had a nice couple of bottles of wine. Maybe a tube of Pringles. Sour cream dip. Maybe I could have gone all out and got a bag of 12 bites. But no. We wanted to see a bloody contrail in the sim. Not in love with this hard exit here on the contrail. That should fade out, really. Right, Grumpy, can I see you back? If they're making contrails, I'm now making a contrail. And I'm fairly certain I can see Grumpy back there making one as well. Okay, that does look pretty bloody good, actually. So now that's 3 contrails. My own, Grumpy's, and that dude over there. So we're down now to about £6.50 a contrail. This is good. That's almost a bottle of jammy red when it's on offer per contrail. Any more contrails? Not at this time. We'll just have to admire my incredible livery. That I'm probably going to have to rebuild when they do the high definition update, but that's okay because it's going to look wonderful. It already does look wonderful, to be honest. I don't know why people freaked out so much when it launched. Be like, oh, it doesn't look very good. It's like, it already looked good. What's the matter with you? Can't see you, Ryan, in fairness, but that's probably because you're so far away. Alright, Jensen. It's a Contrailer mod. Yeah, it's from Tri-Sim, GFX, they call it. Not to be confused with GSX. You can't beat a can of Pringles and sour cream dip. Well said. Is that hard exit where you set the strength of it? Oh, I don't know. Have they gone now? Where's that contrail gone? Don't know. It does look pretty cool though, the contrails that I'm making, doesn't it? Fairly certain they didn't look like that prior. Maybe we need a bit of a before and after video. Another video. Take me about a month to make at this rate. I feel like everything's taken so long. Morning, Polo. Does the Moza... Oh, sorry. God, let me try that again. Does the Moza stick come with... Sorry, Philip. Does the Moza stick with the AB9 actually follow the autopilot movement on a 737? It does if, and only if, you activate the built-in Boeing 737 profile. When I'm flying Airbus, obviously it doesn't do a thing. Why are we climbing so rapidly all of a sudden? Why are you doing that, plane? It's like the last 1,000 feet of the climb. Why are you suddenly rushing? There's no rush. Alright. No need for the beep. You're rebuilding, transferring liveries for the 350, 380 to 24. So the 380, it should just work, I think. 380 livery, I think your 2021 should work for the most part. If you haven't gone too crazy with it. 350, yes, you will need to do another one. I need to update my 350 livery as well, actually. Make it like the others, because it's a bit out of date. Can you toggle it on and off in flight? Yes. Yep. So you got a little doodah up here, look. And I've got a master on-off switch. It's really small. I feel like the UI could do with being like 2x'd. Might be because I'm on a 4K screen though. And I've got Windows running at 2x in terms of its UI size. I don't know. Yeah, I recall the 350 livery not being too bad. The 380 nearly broke me. The fly-by-wire. That one really did nearly break me. Oh, look at us go. There we are, guys. We are at cruise. Keep your eyes out for more contrails. Just looking at where we are on the map. There's no one really near us except for Ryan. Although there's a load of them down at Madrid. So if they all start taking off and come in our general direction, we might see a few. Did GFX receive an update to address the brightness of the contrails at night? Don't know, Roy. Honestly, so Cav, who was in stream on Tuesday, he donated 20 quid and he was like, here, get yourself GFX. So, appreciate it, Cav. So I did. And I forgot about it until this morning. And then I realised I just needed to quickly install it, and that's really all I know about it. I don't know an awful lot. Grumpy, what are you cruising at? Because the plane wanted me at 3.5 and SimBrief is telling me 3.4 and now I'm confused. Because somebody said that sometimes Portugal and Spain does different stuff to the odd even thing. You activated the 737 profile, but it doesn't move up and down and left and right according to the yoke on the plane. No, mine did. I mean, it doesn't move much. It really doesn't move by much. Did I know about the upcoming update of FSI panel? I didn't know about it until I saw the video. Looks cool though. We'll maybe have to have a look at that. I wonder if we could do that tonight. It's not out yet though, is it? Or is it out? I don't know. I feel so out. I feel like I've just had my head buried the last couple of weeks. Just basically in my own little world, doing my own videos that I need to get done, that have been sat on the pile for ages. Once I get clear of that, hopefully in the next week, then I can actually start making other content that I've been meaning to get round to for ages. That's the problem. So you can use it right now. Ooh, okay. Maybe we do that then. Can it work with the A340-600 yet? Or is that one sort of in its own little bubble? Honestly, I love how Flight Sim 24 runs better than Battlefield 6. I didn't like Battlefield 6. And I know that's an unpopular, or it was an unpopular opinion when it launched, but I do sort of play a lot of games outside of this. Well, I say a lot. I don't get a lot of time to play it, but I do like to do it. And yeah, Rob, who's sometimes in the stream, I play with him, and he really liked Battlefield 6, and I really didn't. I just found it so boring. It's like, it's very, very difficult to get engaged with it. I think what I did, I just had to kind of accept the fact that I just want a bit of dumb fun. I don't want anything too serious or too, like, sweaty. Just a bit of Call of Duty multiplayer is fine. Just running around like a headless chicken, mowing people down. Whatever, it's good fun. And then you go to bed. And that's the end of it. It's not like high stakes. Has it kind of fallen off now, Battlefield? Because I know when it came out, everyone was like, "Oh, Battlefield, it's here. It's gonna, this is like, it's gonna save us. It's gonna be what we need." Because we're all so sick of Call of Duty, blah 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 blah. Don't know. I've really been enjoying just playing the Halo Infinite campaign, just little by little. It went on sale on Steam. I picked it up for like £15 and I thought, I'll probably get £15 worth of fun out of that. And boy have I ever. I'm still playing it now. I've completed the campaign, but I'm just going around, getting all the high value targets, saving all the squads, picking up all the things, being a bit of a completionist about it. Right, executive decision time. I really need a cup of coffee because I'm pretty knackered today. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM like a good boy while I'm gone, and we will reconnect when I'm back and hopefully see some more contrails. What do you want while I'm gone? Do you want some cinematics? I won't be long. There we go. See you in a minute. Enjoy yourselves. What's up? I'm back. Oh man, the dog was so excited to see me. It's like, you wouldn't think he'd seen me like an hour ago. Look, you're back. I would bring him out here, but he hates it in the shed. He gets really weird. He turns into a right weirdo. He just doesn't know where to go. He can't settle. I put his bed out here once, thinking it'd be nice for him, and he's like, no, I'm not going there. I was like, alright, fine. Very strange dog. It's like we moved his bed in the front room the other night because we moved a coffee table which went where his bed would normally go. He's got like a little bed that you can lie on in the front room. We moved it and his whole world fell apart. Just couldn't cope with it. Could not cope. He just stood. You tell him like, lie down, it's alright. Just stood awkwardly. It's like, we need to put the bed back. We put the bed back and he's fine. What was that? You just see a flash then? Need a heated floor. I was looking at those. I was in B&Q the other day. Not to buy those. I don't know what I was doing actually. I was probably buying a pot of paint or something. And then I saw that there was this heated floor system and I did think, I wonder. Annoyingly, like up here where my hand is, really, really warm. Like, it feels hot. Put my hand down by the floor, it immediately feels like a fridge. Oh, Pedro, I've got complete faith in you. Have we seen any more contrails yet? Because we've got Madrid coming up on the right somewhere, I believe. Is that Madrid? It's a bit more ahead of us, I think. Maybe we'll see it in a minute. Oh yeah, Ryan, what's going on with your computer? Windows is super slow for me on boot, considering a Windows reinstall. However, I just did one 3 months ago. But since then I've swapped out my Mobo and GPU. Oh, I don't know, Ryan. I'm in the same boat as you. I'm considering one. 3 months ago does feel quite recent, doesn't it? Presumably you did the XMP profile on your RAM when you switched out your motherboard. Because otherwise your RAM's going to be running way slower than it otherwise would. Did you do a DDU when you did your GPU upgrade? Because didn't you go from Nvidia to AMD? Okay, you did all that, fine. I don't know, there comes a point with me where I look at, you know, time being a valuable asset, and if I'm fighting with Windows for too long, I just nuke it and start again. Where from and to? We're going from Faro to Bristol. Like the amount of times, like especially my old job where we'd repair like customers' computers and stuff years ago now. If one of our techs was like on a weird little problem for like half a day, it's like, dude, you know what to do. Just reset it. Like you could be here till tomorrow. Customer's not going to pay you anymore, by the way. Reconnect VATSIM, that'd help, wouldn't it? Come on, Contrails, where are you? Untouchable and lazy, hello. I'm thinking about buying Flight Sim 24, is that hard to learn? I mean, they've got a career mode now that kind of teaches you. That's kind of why they did it. So probably start there. I would. I don't make a lot of use of it because don't really see a need. Right, there is a plane nearby. Allegedly, somewhere. But we can't see it yet. behind us and down a bit. I can see Grumpy. There's Grumpy. There should be another plane over there somewhere. I can't see it. It is nice to be able to see Grumpy, I must admit. I mean, not necessarily because it's Grumpy. I mean, just because, like, people that you're flying with, you can see them. Like, Ryan's far too far ahead, but... Can't scroll down in Chrome at least 5 minutes after boot. What? That doesn't sound very good, Ryan. That doesn't sound very good. Yeah, have you got like a process that's like hogging something? Oh, that's a nice coffee. Mind you, Chrome started being weird for my wife last night. On her laptop. Every time she downloaded something, it would say like the virus scanner failed and it would bin the download. So she's like, I can't download anything. Never did get to the bottom of that. Probably because I fell asleep on the sofa. Oh, I didn't like waking up. That was weird, that. That properly weirded me out. The GPU gets pinned. What's London done, Grumpy? Have they gone offline? Is it only Chrome, Ryan? Or is it other stuff that does it too? Months ago, I recall you had an issue where changing camera views in chase plane would change your radio frequency. Yeah, what did I do? I had a double bind, I think. So the button that I'd chosen to use on my throttles, basically the engine warning light, that was double bound, I think. London West is not online. London West is rarely online, isn't it? Maybe do another DDU, Ryan, and just do a clean install of your AMD drivers. Every other London is on. Is it actually? Let me have a look. Oh, yeah. Oh, my word. Never mind. That's alright. We'll just go where we go. No drama, is there? Look at Germany, even in the morning, but busy. Cricket's over France and Spain. And Italy. What's going on over here? So it's quite busy. We should make more use of Parma. Parma's a good one. Anything over Tunisia? DTNH, that's where I landed, I think, wasn't it? Is that what it is? DTNH? Yeah, in feeder. Yeah. Can't believe somebody tried to sell me a Cobra in a box when I was in Tunisia. I couldn't believe that. Cobra in a box. Then the following day, somebody tried to sell me a horned viper in a box. Just like dead. Just almost like in there, like behind a little bit of glass. It's like, that's so weird. Then he was like, oh no, it's a cobra. It's like, that's not a cobra. It's a horned viper. I don't know much about snakes, but even I know that's not a bloody cobra. It's cobra, it's cobra. So it's not a cobra. He goes, I'll do you a good price, cheaper than Asda. It's like, you can't buy cobras in Asda. Mental. Yeah, I really do not recommend falling asleep on the sofa. That was horrible waking up from that last night. I just felt so, like, startled and like, oh. And then it's hard to get to sleep when you actually go to bed. We were watching For All Mankind. And we both said, like, we're both, like, working till quite late on... I was editing, my wife was doing stuff, and, you know, just sort of sat there at the desk. And, yeah, we're like, right, we're going to stop at a sensible time so we can, like, watch For All Mankind, because we've been meaning to do it. I think about 20 minutes into the episode, I think we're both fast asleep. And then we woke up and it's like midnight. It's like, oh no, how long is this? And I don't even know what episode it's gone on to now. But we need to wind it back and figure out what on earth's happened. How am I going to say that? Shonhai? Is that right? Am I pronouncing that right? Thank you for subbing on YouTube. Hopefully I didn't make a mess of pronouncing your name. Apologies if I did. Is that the PMDG 700? No, it's the 8. So we are lacking the high definition update thingy that they're doing. I'm curious to see if our livery is going to break as a result. We've only done the outside. We haven't done like interiors and things like that. So I'm living in hope that maybe we'll be alright. I don't know. I think RSR said on the forums that it may or may not work with what you've already done. But I think it'll be worth it. Because it's an important part of the fleet. Jet 2 800 variant in 2 weeks. Flying to... Where's that? Preveza. Where's Preveza? Where be that? Greece. Oh, lovely. As in mainland Greece or an island? My geography's failing me a bit here. Right. As much as I love the cinematics, after a while it sort of loses its impact, doesn't it? Oh, fuel. That's okay, it's only the centre tanks. Not a problem. I'm going to update my view a minute in chase plane. Where are you, chase plane? Is anyone else excited for Forza Horizon 6? I know I am. I love those games. Island separated by 30 foot of water. Oh, I didn't know that. So where's that on a map then? What's your airport code? Let's see if I can find it. LGSK, that is... Is that Skiathos? Yeah, that's Skiathos. Got... that one. LGPZ. Where am I going from Athens? Up, left, down, or right? But they just released Forza Horizon 5. No, they did not, Ryan. That was like in 2021. Not 5 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, it was 21, wasn't it? No, 22? Is it 21 or 22 it came out? Yeah, Joanna, I wouldn't necessarily call it a racing sim. It's very much a left and up. Over here? Seeing much. Ah! Is that it? What did you say, LGZA? LGP, there it is. I got you. What sort of a runway is that? Can you get a 7.3 or an A320 in there? So you probably could. We might have to go there on a stream. I don't, is it 21? I don't know if it's 21. I'm trying to, like, think back now. But yeah, Premium Deluxe or whatever top version of Forza 6 comes out tomorrow. 6 is based in Japan, which is going to be very cool. And they've got a big, more of a city component. Because in the other games, like, if there was a city, it was very much, you know, not really a city, was it? It didn't feel like you were driving around in GTA. Like, GTA felt like a city, whereas Forza Horizon always felt like you're just driving through an area with buildings. But I think the whole Japanese car culture angle could be awesome for it. So yeah, me and the boys, they said they wanted to buy it between them. Because it's like, they play it more. I never play it, they play it. On my PC, I hasten to add inside. They play 5 so much. I made them sort of kiddie version Steam accounts, and I've shared the game with them, so they've each got their own save data. And they're both saying, oh yeah, when it comes out, we'll both buy it. We'll go 50-50 on it. So I was like, okay, fair enough, save up your money. That's a good goal to have. Like, and I think it's going to be about 30 quid each. And I was like, well, I wouldn't mind playing it too. So here's an idea. If you pay £36 each, we can get the top version. We only got to buy it once because we share it on Steam. A 21 will get down there, Grumpy, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Probably would, wouldn't it? 3 Australia, 4 was like UK. I didn't like Forza Horizon 2, Ryan. I thought that was the weakest one. I thought the original one was way better. Maybe would a Neo get down there, Grumpy? Maybe we need to wait for the Neos. Looking back on it, they were never going to release those Neos before Christmas, were they? We're now nearly halfway through the year. You started on Forza Horizon 2. Yeah, I started on 1. So I had an OG Xbox 360 and it died. And I never replaced it because life was busy. I was, like neck deep in software dev in my job, and I would come home from work and I just didn't want to go on a computer or a screen, really. If any, I'd had enough by that point. I was like, I just want to, I don't know, walk the dog, see my friends, just anything that's not sat at a screen. So I just stopped gaming, just because I couldn't bear to be at a computer still, of any kind. So I completely just didn't bother replacing the Xbox. I missed out on the PS4, Xbox One generation entirely. And then COVID came back around, by which point life was a bit different anyway, and all of a sudden I was like, oh man, what have I been missing? This is so good. Aren't they rumouring 2027 for the Neos? Are you serious, Joseph? When did you hear that? Or was that just somebody speculating on a Discord or forum somewhere? From what I understand, Joseph, they need to get the VNAV update out on the COs first, so the ones we have. Update the VNAV, and then that VNAV can carry over to the Neo. I mean, the VNAV isn't terrible. I mean, it's not perfect, is it, on the what we have, but it's not awful. You can get around it. So I wonder if there'll come a point where they'll be like, we're not going to delay the Neos anymore because of the VNAV. We're going to let you have them, but we hold our hands up with the VNAV and there'll be an update soon. That might be the way to do it. I don't know. Because if we start getting around to like Christmas again and they're not out, and if VNAV is the only reason, I don't know, there might be other reasons, but if VNAV is the only reason, at what point are you better to do a PMDG and say we'll release it as it is but there'll be an update coming, but then you risk the community turning on you like they did on PMDG? Still not sure that was entirely warranted, but I can understand. I can understand why it happened. Probably heard from a post of a guy who knows a guy who's related to the Phoenix PR lead. Yeah. Yeah. Wait and see. Just let them cook. It's always difficult. Yeah, we've been down this road, haven't we, with rushed products. And it never ends well. For the Sim, the 350 to a large degree. You know, I know any builds are putting out updates saying we're fixing WASM stuff, and that's great. But at the same time, how long has that been out now? Like, so yeah, you better be. I'm going to struggle to go much faster. I'm at Mach 0.797, Grumpy. How far are you behind? Let's have a little looky, see. What's your Mach? And it says I'm at Mach 0.806 now. Let me have a look. Speed, intervene. Can't go Mach 8.2, I could go Mach 8.1. If it will do it. You're Mach 7.8? What? You got live weather on, Grumpy? Because I've got a 56 knot. How are you gaining on me? Because I don't think I was below 7.8 for like the entire time. Okay, where are we? Oh, we're coming up on Bilbao. We're getting there. Bay of Biscay next. Then France, and we're nearly home. Need icon. Fair dues. No sign of this projector mount yet. I just checked where they normally leave the packages and there's nothing there. I really hope that works out, Grumpy, because for 12 quid that's going to be a steal, isn't it, if that could work. I'm just wondering what it's going to be like in terms of wobble. I'm not expecting it to be wobble free, put it that way. Yeah, nothing yet, Philip. Crickets so far. Yeah, I mean, there might be a bit of play, I suppose, when I go like tap, 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 tap to do stuff. Ryan, you show some damn respect. How heavy is a wing flex overhead? It's not much. It's not very heavy. Not really. You don't pick it up and be like, oh, this is heavy. It's like, it's lighter than a monitor. Like my PC monitor, not the big telly, like just like, you know, normal PC monitor is heavier. Now, the wing control one, that to me looks like a big boy. So that might be an entirely different tale when you try and hang that one up. But I was looking at British AvGeek, he did a review of the Wingflex overhead. And they sent him the little desk mount thing. So you basically clamp it on the back of your desk, the pole goes up behind your monitor, and then it sort of comes out towards you. Then you put it on that and, you know, do all your stuff. And I noticed in the video, as he was going like click, 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 you could see it just only very slightly, but it was wobbling. But of course it's going to, like, you basically got all that weight out there hanging, like physics is going to, even if your desk moves a little bit, it's going to move. So it's never going to be 100%. But that desk mount struck me as so much money. I was like, how is it that much money? $159 bloody dollars. For what essentially looks like a slightly bigger version of a monitor mount from Amazon that costs under 20. That just seemed, I don't know. Like, I was really grateful for them for sending it out, but that mount just seemed like they were taking the piss a bit on that, to be honest. Really did seem like it was a lot. So yeah, if we can solve the problem for 12 quid, job's a good one. Again, for £12, how good is that mount going to be? Don't know. You think it's about a kilo, Joseph? Yeah, that's probably about right. It doesn't weigh a lot. Grumpy's putting Joanna to work. Don't fall for it, Joanna. Stay strong. So, tours. We need to talk about tours, actually. The next tour, like the Mastering Bristol one, thinking of doing it at Heathrow. Unky, how you doing? I haven't been able to hop on your stream in a while. Thought I'd hop in and say hello. Thank you, mate. Nice to see you. Hope you're good. Yeah, Joanna, that's my thoughts entirely. Given that it's full scale, I mean, that thing could be a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. So the current plan for tours is we're going to do a short haul, medium haul one out of Heathrow. So basically anything under 6. Similar to Bristol, because obviously there's a 5.5 hour leg out of Bristol. Then there's going to be a separate long haul, ultra long haul tour out of Heathrow, because what I didn't want to do was put the ultra long haul legs in with the short haul legs, and then people do like the first 5 legs that are, I don't know, short haul, medium haul, and then they see like down to Perth and they're like, hell no, and then they just stop. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to sort of do that to people. So 2 out of Heathrow. I'm thinking about doing one inspired by British Airways at Gatwick. The Gatwick Griffins, I'm thinking of calling it. So sort of EU ops inspired by real world destinations that say like BA do out of Gatwick. I thought that'd be pretty cool. The question is, where do we go after that? That's the question. Clark's in. Morning, Clark. We're just talking about new tours, Clark. Where to go? Sort of taking the mastering Bristol formula and rolling it out. Ryan, if I leave you in charge of a tour, it's going to be 777s only, right? I live in Poland. Hello to you. It's been really interesting. So I did some looking at what's going on with the tours on New Sky yesterday, and I went through every single tour and I looked at how many people have started each tour, and there is such a bias towards Europe. An incredible bias towards UK and Europe flying. Like loads. Loads and loads and loads. And you could say, well, the Europe tours have been around for longer. It's like, not all of them. But then I guess that kind of marries up with the available scenery, the coverage on VATSIM. And I suppose maybe because, like, I'm from the UK and we do a lot of UK-Europe flying, that's naturally going to attract people that want to watch that therefore join the VA, that therefore want to fly that too. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, the Within an Hour of Blighty tour, loads of people love that. The Euro Capitals tour, people love that. The Northern Lights, again, sort of Northern Europe, people love that. The Shuttle Award, people love that. The Mastering Bristol one immediately has got like 25 plus onto it. So again, that's a good sign. And that's only been out, what, like a week? It's like as soon as you stray away from that kind of European base, numbers start to dwindle. They do start to dwindle. And you can see that in the scheduling of the routes on the VA. If you go into, like, on the website and it shows you where planes have been abandoned, more often than not. Well, not more often than not, but there are a lot of, like, non-European airplanes that just sit there not getting flown a whole lot. We spoke about the F1 thing, didn't we, Grumpy? I mean, that would be essentially a fairly long haul thing, wouldn't it? Or would it? I mean, I suppose the first leg would be Britain down to Australia, given that most of the team, or a lot of the teams would come from the UK. And that we're also from the UK, I guess. But I suppose at the same time, a lot of you guys tell me that you love your long hauls, so let's put your money where your mouth is, I suppose. Get on and do it. Or is it that the people that like long haul just happen to be a bit vocal about it? Don't know. Football World Cup tour. What, as in flying all the countries to the USA, Clark? Sort of everyone flying in, then everyone flying home at the end. There's a round the world long haul tour. Yeah, there's, how many are doing that? I think, was it like 5? I think it was 5 people. I could be mistaken. I might be misremembering. Six, sorry. Yeah, I know, Joanna, but yeah, tricky, isn't it? Which is why I thought about doing like tours focused on an airport in Europe. Frankfurt, Munich, Amsterdam, they come to mind. Copenhagen comes to mind. What monitor am I using for the PFD? It's from Prechen, P-R-E-C-H-E-N. Video on the channel. Probably about 10 videos ago, if you scroll back. Where I explain everything, how to get it all set up. What it is, where to get it. that might be of use to you. It's too bad in a way that when you do a tour it counts as a free flight and not a scheduled flight, but I can understand why. I can understand it. I do worry that maybe I added a few too many legs to this Bristol tour. Like 20 seemed like a good idea, but then obviously when that doubles to 40 to include the return leg, I wonder if that might put some people off. Because you can quite easily design a tour that makes people feel like you're just running them round like a blue-ass fly. Versus not. I don't know, it's really tricky. I feel like maybe I went a bit OTT on this one. Oh, you got one, Pete. Nice. $15, 20 legs. So, like, what, 10? Maximum of 10 destinations and back. Right, there's a plane nearby. Will we be able to see it? Contrails, come on. I've paid good money for you. You can still see Grumpy. And also, 10 destinations also means that we're not going to run out of ideas, if you know what I mean. It'd be quite easy to have all these tours, like imagine Frankfurt, Copenhagen, Amsterdam, Munich, Gatwick, Heathrow, but if you have like 20 or 30 legs from each one, you're going to end up going to the same places from each one. So it kind of gives you the ability to sort of silo it off a little bit. Is that George? Oh yeah. George again, Bilbao. Nice. Look at us go. We're taking over the place, aren't we? We just need FSLTL to update. Then everyone can see us and get out of the way. Cav! Cav, I've got the graphics thing. Look. I can see Grumpy. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah. We can see Grumpy coming and dive out the way now. Right, quick check on the old progress. Bristol 11:41 Zulu. It is now 10:28 Zulu, so an hour and 10-ish will be there. Contrail spotting reminds me of Jurassic Park. Frantically looking. Yeah. Look, where's the T-Rex? Oh, there it is. I think really conditions today don't necessarily lend itself. 13 minutes top of descent for you. Really? Really? Where are you? Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. The graphics are so good. Yeah, they're good. think maybe some of it is the fact that I'm gaming in 4K but streaming at 1080, so I've got 4K getting crunched into 1080, which maybe makes it look super crisp. Because I get that comment a lot. So when's my top of descent? 314 miles. Are you really 300 miles ahead of me? You're 138 miles ahead of me. What? Why are you coming? What's your flight level, Ryan? Ryan, are you in orbit? Seems awful soon. Don't know. Are we still on for 2-7 into Bristol anyway? Yes, we are. And the wind has died down a little bit. 2 knot headwind, 8 knot crosswind. Well. I guess we'll soon find out. See, Brussels is under ATC this morning. We better keep out the way of them. We don't want another Brussels. Although I'm not feeling good about this landing. Having not really flown the 7-3 in a while. It could be a bit of a... I mean, a go-around... I don't want to talk myself into one, but I feel like go-arounds are quite likely. Especially today. Yeah, look, I was checking at this last night. So this is the FSLTL repository on GitHub. Obviously on the main branch, you can see 6 months ago, merge, branch, develop. So that's obviously, they've been developing, they merge it onto the main branch, then it gets released. If we go to the develop branch, last commit was yesterday. I don't know what they were doing. Livery config updates. At what point do they decide enough's enough, we need to do an update? Because we should be in there now. If we go into the FSLTL traffic base, then go SimObjects airplanes. It's probably going to be too big, isn't it, for GitHub to show it to me in the browser? Yeah. Try reloading the page. Yeah, fine. Alright. Don't worry, GitHub. Is there a dev downloadable? Yeah, I mean, you could just download that from GitHub, but it doesn't really solve the wider issue, does it? Because the issue isn't me being able to see people, it's every other person on VATSIM being able to see us is kind of the prize, isn't it? And I suppose there'll be a while where you're going to get lots of people that take a minute to update FSLTL through the fly-by-wire installer, they forget. Could be grumpy, yeah. Could be, could be. I don't know what their process is for reviewing new submissions, because I obviously submitted mine. Each time I do so, it takes about a week for them to come back to you, and then they come back with a message on the Discord, which I believe is automated, saying, you know, your livery submission has been approved, it will be in the next base model update of FSLTL. So you would hope that they've tested it. Yeah, I brought back the yoke. Yeah, I did. I did, David. I figured if we're going out in the 7.3, it'd be nice to have a yoke. Didn't particularly want to start triggering people. With Flight Radar 24 killing the injector, they might be focusing on what to do about that. Well, I mean, they've removed it, haven't they? So they did an update to the injector. Don't know. My hope is that now they've removed Flight Radar 24, they'll get the base model sorted and then that'll be that. I don't know. Grumpy, I'm going Mach 0.81. I don't really know what more I can do, to be honest. What's your Mach? Are we running different live weathers? Because I've got a wind at the moment of 336 degrees at 72 knots. Do I like Airbus more than Boeing? That's a really hard question. Rust trail. Nothing wrong with this plane. I can't go any faster. I'm literally redlining it. Look. Oh my god. Look, what am I supposed to do? And you say, Grumpy, that your Mach is 7.8. Look. What am I supposed to do? You can always overtake me, Grumpy, if you want. Have you got the same wind? What's your Mach and wind, Grumpy? Yeah, they're different, David, yeah. Like, sometimes I just really want to fly a 737. 325.58. And your Mach? Your flight level 380. Oh, I'm 3.4. That's probably what it is then, right? That's right, Grumpy. It gives you more time in the air to admire the Boeing. There we go. Let me give you a flyby of it. Yeah, watch out for any large particles of door. Ryan, I thought you'd be more supportive of the 737, given that you're a bit of a Boeing guy. I like the 737. What's the matter with all of you? You guys, honestly. What about the Max? You're going to be very sad when all those 777s get retired, aren't you, Ryan? Haven't BA done theirs now at Gatwick? Aren't they being replaced with 350s? Yeah, that contrail looks pretty good. Credit where credit's due to this little graphics update. That does look good. Can't really see it from this angle. Look at that tail. Right, my top of descent is 200 miles now, I believe. 250. 251. I don't get why your top of descent was so far back, Ryan. It's really weird. It's really weird. What we could do is start thinking about what we're going to do at Bristol. Landing en route, Bristol. We're still on for 2-7. (1003), 11 degrees. What's Navigraph saying? 8 knots of crosswind, 2 knots of headwind. You don't like the max either, Ryan? When you say 74, 75, 76, you mean you do or you don't like them? Auto brakes 3. Would appear to be not enough. Well, it'll just get us stopped. What if we do max manual? Good God. Seriously, auto brakes 3 takes us all the way up there. Versa? All operational? Does that help? No, because it... Damn. Alright. Flat config 30. What if we do 40? Okay, that helps a bit. Might be a flaps 40 landing at this rate, guys. Or we go 30 with maximum manual braking. Ooh, ah. Reversers won't actually do a lot. Oh, goody, we've got a moron. Guess where they are? Guess where they've come from? YouTube vertical. Goodbye. There we go. All done. Oh, you like them, Ryan? Why do you like them and not the 7.3? Because they're old as well. I think, Grumpy, given that I'm coming in out over Exmoor, I'm probably going to do the BRI-1. Given that we're coming in on 2.7. If we were doing 0.9, I probably would vector. And just pick up the final. But if we've got to go east anyway, it might as well be via BRI-1. My plan. Have I got time for another coffee before we... I think we probably have, haven't we? I feel so tired after last night. So just don't fall asleep on the sofa. Don't do it. Don't do it. I just felt so confused when I woke up. It's horrible. Such a horrible feeling. You know when you get like that, like, kind of shaky tiredness feeling? David, it won't, don't worry. You are mistaken. I mean, really, falling asleep on the sofa like that is probably a pretty good warning sign to go to bed earlier, isn't it? It can't have even been like 11:30. It must have been like 11:15 that I fell asleep. And then I woke up at midnight or like 20 to 1 or something. I was like, oh no. Not good. Not good. That could be a plan though, Grumpy, couldn't it, for us to get the dev version of FSLTL? And it should be fine. Like, we did all the testing, didn't we? We made our own VMRs. We put the liveries in that folder in exactly the same place that the devs put it, and it worked. But there's nothing like trying it for real, is there? Might download it, actually. Whoops, a daisy. Let's go back. Right, where do I go to download it? How do I download it? Not in code. Download zip. There we go. I can definitely feel like I'm tired. That's not good. Did I turn the APU off? I did, didn't I? That's good. Few hundred till top of descent. Well, I'm going to go max then on the old auto brakes. I think that's probably the sensible choice. And then we should be able to jump off if we're landing on 2.7. Can we get off on Foxtrot, or is that too small for us? Is there any information? Maybe grumpy. Airports. Bristol. Let's read this then. Sterns. Taxi procedures. Arrival 27, runway vacate. Golf X-ray. Taxiways Golf and Zulu. 787 and A330 aircraft will not be able to backtrack. Well, that happened the other night, didn't it? Due to insufficient main landing gear clearances, A321 are unable to turn westbound from taxiway Foxtrot onto Zulu and vice versa. Only A321? So is the landing gear spread out further on a 21? Is it further back from the nose wheel? It must be. I always assumed it was the same positioning, just the fuselage was stretched, but obviously not. Vacate Golf X-ray. So that's what it wants then, Golf X-ray. Which is all the way down there. Not on Foxtrot. Oh yeah, Grumpy, I need to do the graphics card driver update, because I think they've done that specifically for Forza Horizon 6, and if it crashes on the boys when they're playing it, I'll never hear the end of it. What stand should we take? Zulu. Then to Golf Zulu 2-3. I quite like 2-3. Morning UK, you're right. You require 2.6. Yes, Ryan, you probably would do. Alright, you go 2.6, I'll go 2.3, providing that no one else is on it when we get there. Is it very busy? At the moment, at Bristol, I'm presuming not. Yep, that's a big fat no. It is not very... Where's all the stands gone? Does it not show you? Either way. One easy. Where are they going? Amsterdam! Now, 2.7 is the easier of the two runways, isn't it? But, at the same time, I'm not feeling super confident in this Boeing today. Contrail! There's another one. That's another few quid saved. So where are you? You're going that away. Who are you? Where are you going? You're going to GMMX. That is Morocco? Am I right in saying Morocco? Is that Morocco or not? Or is that... I think it might be. Yeah, here it is. Marrakesh. God, they got a long way to go. Anyway, we're doing alright. Not that you can see it, but France, the coast of Brittany, I think, is coming up now. Can I tell GSX where we're going to land, or where we're going to park before we get there? Yes. Okay. $160 to go. What time? 11:43. No, wait, 11:18. That's still half an hour away. That wind is not helping us, is it? That's getting stronger. I hope it doesn't get too bad at Bristol. I can't be doing with that. So we are roughly, aren't we? We're roughly level with Nantes out the window. That's a great little flight from Bristol. Cracking little flight. Especially if you come in on... What runway is it? Is it 0? No. 2-1. Then you come in over the city on the RNAV. It's very cool. Very cool. God. Honestly, I might land at Bristol and go back to bed. Must prioritize sleep. It's not good. Henrik, how you doing? When are we getting... When... I'm just trying to think what PMDG are doing next. They're going to get the 737-800 graphics update done, aren't they? Then surely it's all eyes on the 7.4, I think. I think the only one I'm particularly interested in is the 400 variant. That's really the only one I'm interested in, I believe. Like the 100 to 200, not really my cup of tea, I don't think. I think the 400 will be the one that I stump up for. Wouldn't mind having a look at the TFDI MD-11. Because those are starting to come back into service now, aren't they? I saw Pete the Irish pilot, he did a thing the other day where he sort of tracked one doing like a test flight. So they're coming back by the look of it. You want the 400 and the 8i. Yeah, the 8i is more Dreamliner-y, isn't it? A lot of technologies from the Dreamliner. Then, of course, we've got Bluebird. With their 7.5. Although, honestly, whenever that comes out, I do not know. That's been a minute, isn't it? It's been a minute. But in fairness to them, they've said that they want to make a good first impression and they're going to take their time, so... Let them cook, innit? Let them cook. All you can do, really. I hope it doesn't come out and people hate it. That would really suck for them. Really suck. Didn't they say they were going to do a 7.6? Although really, we need to see a 7.5 out of them first, don't we? Wonder what PMDG are going to do once the 7.4s are done. Would they go 7.8? Would they go 7.5, 7.6? Wonder which direction they would go. I suppose the Max is the obvious thing to do after the 7.4s. Hey, 4 hour. I'm just reluctant to buy the MD-11 because I just don't want to. I just don't want to spend a lot of money on a plane that I only fly occasionally, and I feel like that's a plane, as good as it is, that I'm only going to fly occasionally. Especially, you know, look around. We've got all this Airbus gear, so I'm naturally going to lean towards Airbus, aren't I? Naturally. 7.8, they've already teased it, have they? Ooh, hiccup. When did they tease that? Months back? Oh, I must have missed that entirely. You should do a 350 flight. No, I'm alright, thanks. I don't get along with that plane. And 777X. I mean, I suppose the actual plane has to release first, right, before it could actually get into the sim. That would feel a bit weird. Like flying a plane that is no longer out. You want me for PM, Clark? Why? Why would you say that? Trust me, nobody would want me as PM. Not as bad as it was, I'm sure, but I need it. If it handled better, I could consider going back to it. So I will revisit it. I will gladly revisit it. But the last time I did, I spent a whole evening out here when I could have been live, could have been doing stuff with you guys, and I spent a whole evening just like sat here getting progressively more and more angry at it. I'm not convinced that that flight model is accurate. And to me that is so important. I don't care whether your engine cowlings break open and, you know, cabins, whatever, toilets flushing. Which is why I'm so forgiving of the A340-600. Yes, I know it doesn't look the prettiest, and it maybe doesn't sound the greatest, but my God, does that thing fly nicely. That is a flight model to be proud of, that one. It feels very phoenixy. Hey, Philip. It feels like a phoenix that's put on a lot of weight. Which, when you think about it, so it should. And then you say, well, how do you know the Phoenix is good? It's like, well, because we've been at Gatwick, at their sim, which is many, many hundreds of thousands of pounds. And you're hanging out with real pilots that are like, yep, this is the real deal. And it's like, well, then you come home and fly the Phoenix and it feels very, very similar. So, yeah. The cruise clock, yeah, so Spad.next is running that at the moment. So I don't really know what to say, to be honest. 346 is so good, Ryan, you're right. Again, that could be one of the jewels in the crown of flight sim. That could be the whole package in the same way that the Phoenix is pretty much become the whole package. But it wasn't initially, was it? It took its time to get there. Yeah, it's quite remarkable. I can forgive all of it. All of its little problems. Just based on how well it flies. But I can't do that the other way around. The mod is, Philip, is Chase Plane. We better get in the cockpit and have a look, haven't we? Stop a descent is now less than 100 miles. We're still looking like it's a goer for 2.7. 8 knots across the runway, right to left. 4 knots down the runway. I will revisit the A350, I promise you. Like, I actually want to like it. I haven't got some vendetta against it. It's just, every time I use it, I'm just like, I'm not sure about this. And again, the way it felt like they were just so obtuse when it launched. Like, the community were like, there's a weird input delay, it's not handling right. And they're like, no, it's not, it's fine. And then they changed it. It's like, well, why did you change it if it was fine? They literally did a stream essentially telling the community you're flying it wrong. And then they changed the flight model. So, I don't know. I don't know. Wasn't particularly impressed with how the A340-300 flew either. Had that kind of innie-buildsy feeling flight model. And then of course you hear people saying, yeah, but it's the A340, it's big, it's supposed to feel like that. And then lo and behold, the TOLUS didn't. Go figure. Do I have a Boeing setup? No, I don't. This is all I got. Just Airbus. Now there is a plane that is level with me. Looks like it might be coming towards me. Right over there. Are we going to miss one another? Looks like we might. Are they still climbing or have they stopped? Euro wings. Damn, Ryan, you're nearly down, look. Yeah, Bex. Agreed. Contrail. Another contrail. That is not the same plane, though. We should see each other in a minute. Yeah, there he goes up. See it out the wing view. Not yet, Kirky, no. I'm in two minds about it, to be honest with you. I'd like to get my overhead mounted and all the gear should be arriving hopefully this afternoon. I need to do a bit of destroy it yourself though to get it up there. Right, where's matey boy? We should see him in a second. There he is, look. I hope whatever they do with like the next sim, I hope that we can just definitely take all of our stuff over. Frames are feeling really good today. What are we getting? It's feeling good. Been feeling good all morning. Wonder what it would be like when we get there. Right, I'm going to fly the full SID. So we're going to do 7,000 feet over the field. Then when we cross our top of descent point, I made some space. Philip, like what you see is what is available. I can maybe put it up there on the shelf. That might be the thing to do. Mount install live stream it is. Oh my word. You really want to watch me with a DWALT? Hey DJ. Alright, we're over the sea now, heading towards what I think is Plymouth. That's where we'll intercept the UK. Bring that range in a bit. So in terms of legs, we need to be 7,000 at BRI. That's weird. On the charts, it's got flight level 070. Be at 700. we've got in the plane is not matching up to what's in the charts. Check this out. This is the chart, yeah? Maximum speed 220 knots, and in here I've got 185 or below, above 3,000. Or is that only for the hold? Popeyes? What's Popeyes? So why does the plane think something different to the charts? Is the plane wrong, or am I misreading the charts? Like KFC, but better. It's not a high bar, Philip. Big chain from the States. Oh. So if I were to put 7,000 into the sim, into the plane, I've then basically got to lose quite a lot in a relatively short space. Procedure restricted to maximum 185 knots. ILS-GP flags may occur. Yeah, so it wants 3,000 over the field, doesn't it? So I think the plane is right, looking at this chart. Alright, we'll leave it as it is. Then it goes down to 2,500 and then you pick it up. Fine! I'm mostly happy with that. $40 miles! Might get to start to see some contrails now. Thank you for subbing on YouTube. Appreciate it. So why does it say 7 on the star chart? Is that because the star doesn't necessarily... That assumes you're going to be holding? Boeing knows best. You hear that, Grumpy? There is a plane near us, but I can't see its contrails. Still see Grumpy back there. So far, I feel like all I've done is pay 20 quid to see some contrails, but that's not necessarily the worst thing. Yeah, it's just a hold. So if you're going forward with the approach, then obviously... So I guess if we had ATC on, you'd be cleared beyond the BRI waypoint, then you'd know you're going to crack on with the 3,500 or 3,000 altitude. But if it's like hold at Bristol, then 7 it is. Yeah, I think you're right, Joanna. The conditions weren't quite there for it, were they, really? What I'll do, thinking about it now, where's my... All these bloody apps just to fly a plane. I'm going to start my flight recorder so we can re-watch the landing and maybe get some views out the wing and stuff and see what it can do. Upper descent. Coming up. Let's go. I say that to annoy my kids now. So happy about that. They watch this channel called The Fish Guys, which is actually a pretty good channel. I don't mind them. They're not bad. They've essentially Mr. Beastified fish keeping. Like, they can't just have a look at a fish in a tank. They've got to have, like, a mystery box with a fish in it. Like the $100 mystery box. All the way up to a $10,000 mystery box. But before we get to the $10,000 mystery box, we have to do the $1,000, the $2,000, the $5,000, and the $7,500 mystery box. And as soon as they open up a box with a fish in it, they're always like, yo! So that's what I say to them all the time now. Like, shut up, Dad. To be an annoying parent. Perk of the job. Alright, see if you can hear the descent. Now I'm just going to brief our go-around procedure. Straight ahead 3000 then as directed. Fine, I can do that. Now, in terms of lights, do I need to do anything much? We've had them strapped in the entire way because I'm a monster and I haven't let them out, so we don't need to put them back in. Okay, aren't we, for the minute? Anyone else get a Steam controller? No, but I've heard about it. Bristol traffic, Air 013, Quebec, flight level 340, inbound Sherry, 20 miles to go, descending on the Tojac 2 Bravo for ILS 27 at Bristol, and we'll be taking the BRI 1 transition Bristol traffic. Hey from Greece. Hey from not Greece, sadly. Greece sounds nice and warm. James is in from Australia. Wow. Watch out for all those snakes and spiders, James, won't you? Right, we are lovely on profile. The controller does what, Joseph? It screams when dropped. Actually. Cheers, Chase. Ryan's gone around. The shame. Contrail. Wilhelm script. What's that? What's that? What even is that? I'm not familiar. Evening, Perth. Or evening for you, morning for me. Windy approach, loads of wind shear. Don't worry, Ryan, I'm in a 737. I can handle it. Don't you worry about me. The most famous scream in TV history. Oh. To be honest, wouldn't surprise me if I've never heard it. If James thinks he's subbed to you. No, look at everyone making friends in the chat. That's lovely. We're descending at a fair old rate, aren't we? Where are we flying to? Bristol. This is going Bristol. This is. So what, if you drop the controller, has it got like a gyro in it or an accelerometer or something and then it screams? That is such a Valve thing to do, I love that. So, thinking about 2.7 then, 2.7 runs uphill, therefore, little bit earlier on the flare, but not too early. Make sure we bring the engines to idle at a nice time, because I'm going to do manual throttle. I haven't flown in manual throttle for ages. We've got a crosswind component of 8 knots still. So that's going to be left foot forward, so left rudder. So that's going to bring the right wing straight, which is going to naturally want to make the plane do that. So we need to do left foot forward, right hand down while flaring. God, this could go bad, couldn't it? Don't worry, I've got it. I'll take care of it, don't worry. It's all going to be fine. And if worst case, we'll do a go around like poor old Ryan's doing at the moment. Next go around is a divert to Manny. See, Ryan, if you'd flown a proper plane, you'd have been fine. But oh no. Oh no, you had to bring that 777, didn't you? I've still got 4 tons on board, so I should be right. If I get a 10 out of this, even if it's a borderline, I know I maybe shouldn't have got a 10, but New Sky gave it to me anyway, that will be a massive result. Massive result. Right, let's put in my minimums, which is 700. Wrong way. Wrong dial. Oh, they've done this acceleration, haven't they, on this? I hate it. I wish they would just not do the acceleration where it goes from like 1s to 10s. I can never get it right. I don't know why they introduced that. It's really annoying. Let's go flaps. What did we say we were going to do? Go flaps 30. Because YOLO. And 110.15 for Bristol. Put it in the other side as well. 11015. That's active. The course is 266. Look at me go. I'm almost like a real Boeing pilot here. 266. I think we're heading bug. We've got a decel point in a bit. It's all going great. Can't really see a lot there, can we? A lot of cloud. trying to think what else I need to do to land a Boeing. Sort of forgotten. One of your own made me go around in Athens. Oh no. What's happened? What, like right now? Like someone just vacating. Well, they're not quick enough to get off the runway. Or were you too close? Interested in trying my FS? What's my FS? Oh, brilliant. You're making, what, your own simulator? As in, like, a competitor to Microsoft Flight Simulator? Is there anything I hate about Flight Sim? Probably the fact that the ground handling isn't good and the PAPIs and the ILS rarely align. Are you doing it as a bit of a hobby, James, are you? That is a huge undertaking. Short final from Ryan, number 2. Come on, Ryan, you can do it. Don't let us down. Is he down? Looks like he's down. Frozen. Looks like he's down. Not sure why the map isn't updating, but I think he made it. Making an MSFS loader. God, these Boris sounds are bloody good, aren't they? Yay, he made it. Well done, Ryan. Pressure's on me now. Ryan's had his moment of pressure. He can relax. Now it's all on me. Nearly home. Good job, Ryan. Yeah, I just heard you on Unicom. Okay, so we're basically flying straight ahead to Bristol now. Sim radar is likely updating. Good times. What did White froze? Yeah, they must be doing the new nav data, right? Now that it's fixed. I believe it's fixed at least. So traffic Air 013 Quebec. We are 20 miles out from BRI, where we're going to take the BRI 1 transition for ILS 27, currently flight level 100, Bristol traffic. Engines continuous. Am I doing the return? No. No. I've got jobs to do, I'm afraid, after this. Videos to edit, things to do. I'm struggling basically doing the night streams as well as the daytime streams, because the nighttime slot would normally be where I'd sit and do all that editing, but now we're doing nighttime streaming. Maybe I need to do 2. Maybe like trim the daytime down just a little bit. If you know what I mean. Two short and sweets rather than a really long one and then a really short one. You can edit on stream. Yeah, I'd rather not, to be honest. Be where your feet are, would be my advice. Like, if I'm running the stream, I want to be doing the stream and talking to you guys rather than just sat looking at DaVinci Resolve, ignoring you. Clear to me how we're going to drop 6,000 feet in 10 miles. I suppose we will.
Bristol traffic Air 056 Tango, vectoring to the south of the airfield for traffic separation to company traffic going into 7.
Yeah, that's right, Grumpy. Clear the skies for me. So we need to go down to 185 knots, I believe, for the next bit. I might take manual control of the speed, actually. Oh, only just a 10 then, Ryan. It's at 1.4 and above, it dings you, doesn't it? TV just trying to turn itself off. Decel point coming up. Oh yeah, challenging conditions, so that you'd get away with it then, wouldn't you? Speed intervene. 185 knots. Get the old speed brakes out a bit. That'll help. Your terrain warning, really? Good, we remain on profile. Yeah, I don't know, Ron. I don't know why that would have happened. Okay, let's go Q&H. Whoopsie. Q&H still 1005, I hope. 3, in fact. Bristol traffic, Air 013 Quebec on the outbound for BRI1 for ILS27 Bristol. Fingers and toes. Laps 5 helped keep that speed down. Is it up yet? Oh, Grumpy's miles away. Oh, there's some... Yeah, like you can see the wing disappearing into the cloud. That's the graphics effect thing working. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll give them that. Okay, landing speed is 150. Starting to feel the old palms getting sweaty now. I know it's almost my turn. And I'm in a plane I don't feel good about.
Bristol traffic is up 56 Tango, turning long base for 27 behind company truck number 2. Runway 7.
I was waiting for a little side comment there about my Boeing, but he resisted.
The runway sweepers have been booked to clean up the rust.
Shouldn't have said anything, should I? The plane still thinks we're on profile. Okay, let's get that approach mode armed. Bristol traffic, and up 13 Quebec on an 8.5 mile final for 27, speed 160 knots will maintain until 5 DME. How you doing, fishing? Cheers, Joe. Thanks, man. It's a fair old bit of wind, isn't it? Okay, we are 7 miles out. I am gonna drop gear. $149, so we'll go 154. And you got to drop 6 knots. Come on then. Bristol traffic out at 13 Quebec, 4 miles for 27. Shall we?
1,000. Traffic going up 916, heading final for runway 27, number 2, 10 miles to run. 500. 400. 300. 200. Approaching minimums. 100. Minimums.
Continue.
30. 20. 10.
Damn. Only thing I'd say is I went slightly below VRAF, but other than that, not too bad for a first outing, I would say. In a long time. Feeling the pressure on that one. Damn. 2-3 still clear.
Bristol traffic air 056 Tango on the localizer 27, 6 miles.
And Bristol traffic and at 13 Quebec vacated 27 onto Gulf X-ray Bristol. Now then, Can I go 2-3? Bristol traffic, Airnet 13 Quebec, taxiing stand 2-3 via Golf and Zulu. Right, lights off then. Left my runway lights off, that's good. Never checked that, did I? Why have I stopped? That was alright. I was quite happy with that. You were at Faro, Ryan, although you've gone grey for some reason. Right, APU start.
Bristol traffic going up 56 Tango, short final despite the debris. 3 miles to run.
Shut up, Grumpy. There's nothing but grease on that runway. The Clover machine has arrived at Bristol once more. And I would appreciate being shown some more respect, thank you very much. Yeah, Ryan, you appear to be a slightly brown tube at the moment. Is that to match the interior? Oh, there you are. You've rendered in now. Yeah, my only criticism of that landing was I dipped a little bit below VREF. That's my fault for not managing the throttles. Here he comes. Looking tidy, Mr. Grumpy. I didn't find the wind actually too bad once you got sort of runway height. Yeah, of course. Of course. No messing. Can I see an Air Canada tail? Hopefully that's not someone parked up expecting another leg out of me because I've got to go after this. Be another leg. Someone's going to say it. Where are we flying to next? Cue the disappointment. Right. Here we go then. Stand 2-3.
Bristol traffic going up 56 Tango, 27 vacated and found a couple of doors.
Quiet, Grumpy. So rude. I think I should be on for a 10. Should be on for a 10. I'm hoping we are. Ah, nearly. Close. Right, parking brake is set. Let's take power from the APU. Let's turn off the engines. Oh, Boris, you legend. You legend. Oh. How about that for an engine shutdown sound? Beacon off. Boom. Yeah, apparently, Ahmed, there's bugs today. This is what happens when you bring two ridiculously large aircraft to Bristol. Now, what did New Sky reckon to that? Close. Yeah. 256 feet per minute, normal conditions. Right in the middle of the touchdown zone. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. What we could do, actually, I forgot about the replay. We could watch the replay, couldn't we? Should we have a little look at the replay? Just wait for Grumpy to come in. Yeah, we'll have a mess around with the weather quick, shall we? I'll disconnect from VATSIM. Hi everyone. Disconnect. There we go. We're not on VATSIM. So what I need to do then is put us on a load state. Should I just do runway? Get the engine started at least. Boom! I'll get rid of me so we can just enjoy the footage. The engines to spool a little bit. Okie dokie. Weather. Custom. How's that? Bit of rain? Oh yeah, you can see the bits over the winglet. You see it? Yeah. Now, can we spot when I take control of the autopilot? Don't think it's yet. Cheers, James. Okay, plane slowing down. Should we go for thunderstorm? Okay, let's keep an eye on the engines. Do we want an engine view or a wing view to see what the reverse thrust does? We'll do both. Come some trees. Here it comes. Pretty cool, isn't it? That's the view, isn't it? That one there. That's the view we should have had. I changed the weather within the sim, but we're using a mod to do the graphics called GFX. Cheers, Grumpy. Right, we're actually very close, even though it doesn't look like it. See you, Ryan. Cheers for flying. Albeit in the incorrect aircraft. I'm just looking inside the engine. Chase plane and the GFX weather thing from Tri-Sim. Right, watch out for the reverse. See what happens when the reverse is hit. Here we go. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Get a little chase plane action cam, shall we? Not bad, eh? Not bad. Hey, Obbs. Happy with that. Very pleased with that landing as well. Nice to get back in the 7.3. Nice to get back in it. We should do it some more. I feel like my yoke could have been a little bit higher though. Just a little bit higher. Not sure what to do about that, other than redo the whole desk. Never ends. I would say it's worth the 20 quid, Joanna, yeah. You can see like the little jet things. Let's turn it off, actually. Because you can turn it off, that'll show you the difference. Okay, master on off. Is it not changing anything? That hasn't changed a thing, has it? Am I being dumb? Replay's just flight recorder. Why? What? Surely though, if I turn it off, it should. I think master on off needs you to back out. Turn bits off separately. Water trails? Is that what it was? Water ingestion, vortices. Yeah, I don't know, Ahmed. Sorry, mate. Yeah, flight is about 2 hours 15 up from Faro. Very nice it was too. Yeah, I'm quietly impressed with this graphics mod. It's quite nice, isn't it? And we haven't had any tech issues today, so we've done really well. We've done really well. Right, gang, I'm going to disappear. Hopefully I'm going to be back tonight. I don't know where we're going to go. It might be we continue on the Bristol tour. Where do we go next on the Bristol tour? Is it Zurich next? Zurich. What's the situation for scenery at Zurich? Is there any? Do we need any? I've never been to Zurich. I don't think I have anyway. Not sure what to expect at Zurich. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out. I'll schedule the stream later. Where's the cam? Oh, it's gone. We were just looking at replay, so I got rid of it. I'm still here, rest assured. Right, gang, I'm going to disappear. I need to get some work done before 3 o'clock, and then I'll hopefully get another video your way soon, and then we can hopefully go for a stream tonight. I'll schedule it if and when I know it's happening, so I don't know for sure if it is yet, but I'm hoping it will be. And I will see you all later on. Have a lovely day. Thank you all for your company. Thank you for the support. Appreciate all of you. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.